Hello and welcome to Noggin Comics. It has been 6, maybe 7 months since we've been on. But this weekend, uh, right after Halloween, we decided to do a little comic haul with the Minnesota Comic Exchange. We went to Most Wanted Comics. Most Wanted Comics, we had a sale with them. They had 20% off books, a lot of dollar books, $3 books for $2. So we got a pretty decent haul from Most Wanted. But also in this haul is from Nerdin Out in Neighborhood Heights and Issues Needed, because Issues Needed had a sale on the same day. So join us for this comic haul that we had, and I hope you guys stick around. All right, so I want to start with graphic novels and trades at Issues Needed. Uh, and two from half price books. But this is just this weekend from what we did. We got Twin City Con next weekend, so this is this week. First book I want to start off is Ghost Compendium. This is Joshua Williamson and a couple of creators, and I've been looking at this book for a long time, very long time, and then they had 40% off trades this weekend, so of course I had to get this. Same with this one, keeping on the Joshua Williamson train, I had to get volume 1 of Dark Ride. Another book, we picked up the first couple issues, and then we fell off due to a comic shop not getting comics, I believe. So we ended up getting volume 1 and probably end up getting more. I know last month we were reading so many horror books. This is probably tied right into it. And kind of staying on the horror train, and you're going to see a lot of these books are mainly horror titles. But volume 1 of Nightclub by Mike Millar and Juan Ramirez, I want to say. We read the first issue. I really liked the first issue, but once again, it's one of those books we fell off of. And knowing Mark Millar's work, decided it was best to wait for trade for this. And these three books, these three graphic novels trades, Nora picked up, and two of these are at half price, and that was Blackwood 1 and Blackwood 2. Like I said, keeping on the horror titles, this is an occult fantasy book that I'm pretty sure we're both going to love. And this last trade is definitely a trade that we got because of Agatha all along. And that is Avengers: The Children's Crusade. Uh, Slight spoilers. I'm sorry if you have not watched Agatha all along, but Billy's one of the main characters in it. Wiccan's right here. We have not read this, and every time we watch any video based off Agatha all along, this book's brought up. Same as WandaVision. So we had to pick it up. Being the fact that it's 40% off, couldn't say no to it. Now on to the comic haul that we got for this weekend, which has some really cool books, some questionable books, and a key comic that I've been wanting probably for the last 2-3 years. But let's start off with the dollar books. There's quite a few dollar books here. First, I'm going to start off with a non-horror title, but something that Nora and I both really enjoy, and that's Super Sons #1. It was this beautiful Dust of Wind cover. I like Peter Tomasi, Nora loves Jorge Jimenez, and we both like Damian and Superman's son, John's blank on his name right now, Johnson. So we had to get this. Well, Nora wasn't with me on these, so a lot of these, she came home and she was like, why did you buy these? So I had to explain myself. This one is Midnight Tales #6. Definitely a cover buy because I love old school horror titles, and I would find myself getting a lot of these Charlton comics. So this was definitely a why is this only $1 book, and I'm not going to argue. This book is a combination of two things that I love: Army of Darkness and Tony Fleecs. Now, if you've been reading Stray Dogs and Pharaoh, you know how good Tony Fleecs is as a writer. So I picked up issue 1 and issue 2 of Army of Darkness Forever. And yes, to Nora and I, Halloween never ends, so we're always reading horror comics. And that's this next thing is that we got 4 issues. And I believe this is only 4 issues long, so if I get the whole series for $4, I'm not going to complain. And that's Edge of Doom by Steve Niles and Kelly Jones. I know, like I said, it's been a few months since we've been on here, but if you go back to look at our library videos, you can tell that we like Steve Niles. 30 Days of Night, all of his horror titles. Steve Niles is one of those writers that every time we go to a bookshop called Dreamhaven, we always know we're going to find his titles. And same as Criminal Macabre, one shot. And Kyle Holtz did the art in this, and I've recently been a huge fan of Kyle Holtz's artwork, so this is another $1 buy that I cannot say no to. And then on top of that, X-Men 97, Deadpool Wolverine, and then Uncanny Experience. X-Men's always on our mind, so of course we're gonna buy cheap X-Men when I see it. This is a Morlock story, so in the comment section, let me know what is your favorite cheap X-Men comic. These are books that we had that were not part of a dollar haul, but they were not keys. There's one key in here, but these are more of like books that I have seen in the past that I have not bought, but since they were on sale, I couldn't say no. That being, this is $14, but it was 20% off, so yeah, about $3 off of it. This is a Nightmare on Elm Street: The Beginning. Perfect book for last month, but had to get it now because we are gonna go out on Halloween. I love Freddy Krueger, and to be honest with you, in upcoming hauls, most likely we're gonna have a lot of these type of books in there. A lot of the Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre books, Nightmare on Elm Street, all those type of books based off horror icons. We're probably gonna go after. Uh, Deadpool Wolverine. I don't think we've talked much. We haven't been on since we've seen that movie, but come on, Deadpool the musical. I had to get this book. This was only $2, but maybe something that Nora and I might read and talk about on a future episode because this might be hilarious. This was a cover buy. This is 20% off, and this is a Spine Tingling Tales. I can't remember what issue it is, but this is just a cover buy, straight up. Sorry for that glare. But these books, I've always been a fan of. Like I said, the Whitman, Charlton, all those books I've been going after recently. Even when like this, I got 2 more Charlton books here. This is the Mini Ghost of Dr. Graves 59. There's just something about, we were talking about this at Most Wanted, is that there's something about the coloring of these comics that just pops out at you all the time. This is Ghost Manor 15. And before we jump into one key and one extremely funny book that we had to pick up, I got 4 more books here I want to talk about. This is Ghost 105. Amazing cover. Love this cover. This was a $2 book at Nerdin Out. So of course we had to pick this one up. Sam was this is Ghost 88. We've been slowly but surely getting through the Ghost collection. It's been slow, like I said, but when we see them cheap, we end up buying them. Samus, this is Ghost Manor 35, another Charlton comic. This was honestly, when I seen the color of this book, that's why I had to pick it up. Love it. Couldn't say no. And then this was probably the most random next to next one, the next book I'm gonna show you. But this is Creepy 108, Visions of Hell. Creepy's definitely one of those books that we want to get more of, but we're definitely gonna have to create more space to get these magazine-sized books, especially with DC's premiere format. And then I'm gonna try to find the video for this. There was a YouTube video I watched on this comic book, and when I picked this book up at Nerdin Now, Nora didn't know anything about the character, but I had to get it because one is kind of funny, the whole story behind it, and two is because of the effort that Marvel went through to get this character popular. And that's Nightcat. There was only one issue. She was supposed to be this musician, rock star, live action character, musician, all tied into a comic book. I want to read this. I'm probably going to read it extremely soon. Maybe talk about it. Maybe see how bad the book actually is. But I had to get this after watching that video. And then this final book is a key book, something that we've been wanting for a while. Shout out to Brandon from the Minnesota Tory Posse, as he had a copy and he held on for it for a while. And that's Marvel Premiere 28. Yeah, if you know this cover, you know this book. Legion of Monsters. You got, Ghost Rider, Man Thing, Dracula, not Dracula, Morbius, Werewolf by Night. This is such a iconic horror cover for me, and the fact that it just got into our collection means a lot. Uh, but yeah, that is our comic haul, and we hope to be on more. As you can tell, we've got a better situation for filming. Mental health is important. We focused on that. So we're going to be here more often, hopefully talking, comics, film, uh, doing some comic conventions. We got one coming up this weekend, and more comic hauls. But thank you for watching. We've appreciated the support. We appreciate people asking how we're doing, and we're back. So hope you enjoy the video, and we'll talk to you soon.